Did you know that Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, once did something so extraordinary, it helped save a national treasure from being lost to history? Picture this. A young Elvis, fresh off his military service, still at the height of his fame, stepping into a role that no one expected, a savior of American heritage. In 1961, with the USS Arizona Memorial project struggling to raise the funds needed to honor the fallen heroes of Pearl Harbor, Elvis took on a challenge that would not only showcase his star power, but also his deep sense of patriotism. What he did next was nothing short of astonishing, and it's a story that many have never heard until now. Stay with us, because the details of Elvis's involvement will leave you speechless, and by the end of this video, you'll see the king in a whole new light. Number 5. Setting the stage. The USS Arizona was more than just a battleship. It stood as a symbol of American strength and resolve, destined to become one of the most poignant reminders of the nation's sacrifice during World War II. On the morning of December 7, 1941, the serene waters of Pearl Harbor were shattered by a surprise attack from Japanese forces, a moment that would forever change the course of history. Amidst the chaos and destruction, the USS Arizona took a direct hit to its forward ammunition magazines, causing a catastrophic explosion that sent the ship to the bottom of the harbor in a matter of minutes. The fiery blast claimed the lives of 1,177 sailors and Marines, making it the single greatest loss of life on any ship in U.S. naval history. The remains of the Arizona became a watery grave, a sunken tomb that bore silent witness to the bravery and tragedy of that fateful day. The ship, still resting where it sank, became a powerful symbol of the sacrifices made to protect freedom. Yet the years that followed saw this once vital piece of American history quietly slip into the shadows. In the aftermath of World War II, there was a growing recognition that the USS Arizona and its fallen crew deserved a fitting memorial, a place where future generations could pay their respects and remember the cost of war. However, turning this vision into reality proved to be a far more difficult task than anyone had anticipated. The early efforts to fund the memorial were met with a mix of indifference and frustration, as the public's focus had shifted to rebuilding a post-war world. The fundraising campaigns struggled to capture the attention and financial support needed to bring the memorial to life. Bureaucratic hurdles, competing priorities, and a general sense of apathy seemed to conspire against the project. With each passing year, the hope of constructing a memorial that could do justice to the memory of the USS Arizona and its crew began to fade. It was a moment of near despair for those who had dedicated themselves to the cause, but just when the dream seemed all but lost, an unexpected champion emerged, a figure whose star power and deep sense of patriotism would ignite a wave of support that would finally see the memorial built. Number 4. The King's Call to Action. In 1961, Elvis Presley was at the peak of his fame, a global icon adored by millions. But there was a side of him that few truly understood, a deep, unwavering respect for the military and those who served. This respect was forged during his own time in the U.S. Army, where he traded in his blue suede shoes for combat boots and served his country with pride. So, when Elvis was approached by Colonel Tom Parker, his manager, about a struggling fundraising effort to build a memorial for the USS Arizona, it struck a chord with him. The cause wasn't just another charity. It was an opportunity to honor the memory of the brave men who had made the ultimate sacrifice at Pearl Harbor, a place he knew was etched deeply into the American consciousness. For Elvis, this wasn't just a call to use his fame for good. It was a personal mission that aligned with his values and the respect he had developed for the military during his own service. Without hesitation, Elvis made the decision to lend his star power to the cause, fully understanding the significance of what was at stake. His time in the Army had given him a profound appreciation for the sacrifices made by those in uniform, and he saw this as an opportunity to give back in a meaningful way. The idea of these men being forgotten or their memory fading away was something he couldn't accept. Elvis's willingness to help wasn't about enhancing his public image or earning accolades. It was about doing what he felt was right. He understood that his involvement could make a real difference, and that's exactly what he set out to do. His instant decision to support the USS Arizona Memorial was a testament to his character, a side of Elvis that was often overshadowed by his status as the king of rock and roll, but that was just as integral to who he was. This was a chance to use his platform to honor the past and ensure that the legacy of the USS Arizona and its fallen crew would never be forgotten. Number 3, the benefit concert. The preparations for the benefit concert were nothing short of monumental, a fitting effort for a cause of such historical significance. As soon as Elvis committed to the event, the wheels were set in motion for what would become one of the most anticipated performances of his career. The concert was scheduled for March 25, 1961, at Block Arena in Pearl Harbor, a venue steeped in military history and emotion. The excitement in the air was palpable as the date approached. Fans and supporters alike recognized that this was more than just another show. It was a chance to be part of something truly special, a moment where history, music, and patriotism would intersect. The demand for tickets was overwhelming, with prices ranging from $3 to $100, a considerable amount at the time, but fans were eager to contribute to the cause. The event quickly sold out, with thousands of people clamoring for the opportunity to see Elvis perform live in support of the USS Arizona Memorial. As the night of the concert arrived, Block Arena buzzed with an electric atmosphere. The venue was filled to capacity, and the air was thick with anticipation as fans waited for the king to take the stage. The arena, typically home to military ceremonies and events, had been transformed into a concert hall, draped in American flags and adorned with patriotic symbols. The significance of the location wasn't lost on anyone present. This was hallowed ground, a place where the echoes of the past could still be felt. When Elvis finally took the stage, the crowd erupted in applause, a roar that seemed to reverberate through the very walls of the arena. Dressed in his signature style, Elvis launched into a set list that was carefully chosen to resonate with the audience, mixing his biggest hits with patriotic songs that paid tribute to the men and women of the armed forces. The energy in the room was electric, with each song drawing louder and louder cheers. One of the most notable moments came when Elvis performed Hound Dog, a fan favorite that had everyone on their feet, but it was his rendition of Hawaiian Wedding Song, performed in honor of the event's location, that truly captured the spirit of the evening. The audience's reaction was overwhelming. They knew they were witnessing something extraordinary, an artist at the height of his powers using his gift for a cause that mattered deeply. The night was a resounding success, not just as a concert but as a rallying cry that would ultimately ensure the USS Arizona Memorial was built, preserving the memory of those who had given their lives at Pearl Harbor. Number 2, the impact of the concert. The benefit concert was not only a monumental success in terms of entertainment, but it also achieved what many had thought impossible. It raised a staggering $54,000 in a single night. This was a considerable sum in 1961, and it represented a major breakthrough for the fundraising efforts that had previously been floundering. The significance of this contribution cannot be overstated. It was the turning point that brought the vision of the USS Arizona Memorial from a distant dream to an imminent reality. Before Elvis stepped in, the project had been struggling to gain the financial support necessary to move forward, with bureaucratic red tape and public apathy threatening to leave the memorial unfinished. But with this infusion of funds, the path was cleared for construction to begin, and the memorial that would honor the 1,177 sailors and Marines lost aboard the USS Arizona could finally take shape. Elvis's concert didn't just raise money, it raised awareness and reignited a sense of urgency and purpose around the project. The impact of the funds raised that night went far beyond the dollars and cents. They were the catalyst that allowed the construction of the USS Arizona Memorial to be completed, ensuring that the legacy of those who perished on December 7, 1941, would be preserved for generations to come. The memorial was officially dedicated on Memorial Day, 1962, standing as a solemn reminder of the sacrifices made that day and serving as a place of reflection and remembrance for all who visit. Over the years, the USS Arizona Memorial has become one of the most visited sites in Hawaii, drawing millions of people from around the world who come to pay their respects. Its presence has kept the memory of Pearl Harbor alive in the national consciousness, serving as a powerful symbol of the resilience and bravery of the American spirit. The memorial's ongoing importance as a historical site cannot be overstated. It's a place where history is not just remembered but felt, where the past continues to speak to the present. Thanks to Elvis's involvement, the USS Arizona Memorial stands today as a testament to the power of collective action and the enduring legacy of those who gave their lives for their country. Number 1. Elvis's lasting legacy. Elvis Presley's benefit concert for the USS Arizona Memorial in 1961 was far more than just a musical performance. It was a profound expression of his character and the depth of his commitment to causes that extended well beyond the realm of entertainment. While the world knew him as the king of rock and roll, a charismatic performer who revolutionized music, those closest to him knew there was much more beneath the surface. Elvis was a man who deeply valued the principles of honor, duty, and service, values that were ingrained in him during his time in the U.S. Army. His decision to support the memorial was not driven by a desire for public accolades or to bolster his already colossal fame. Instead, it stemmed from a genuine sense of responsibility and a heartfelt desire to give back to his country and honor those who had made the ultimate sacrifice. This concert was a testament to Elvis's belief that his influence could be used to make a tangible difference in the world, proving that his legacy wasn't just about the music, but also about the impact he had on the causes he cared about. This story of Elvis's involvement with the USS Arizona Memorial is a lesser-known chapter of his life, yet it is one of the most significant when it comes to understanding the full scope of his legacy. While millions remember Elvis for his iconic songs, electrifying performances, and trailblazing style, fewer are aware of the profound role he played as a patriot and philanthropist. This event showcased Elvis's willingness to use his celebrity status for a higher purpose, highlighting a side of him that often went unnoticed by the public. It was a vital contribution that helped preserve a piece of American history, ensuring that the bravery and sacrifice of the men who perished at Pearl Harbor would never be forgotten. By stepping into this role, Elvis demonstrated that he was more than just an entertainer. He was a man who understood the power of his influence and chose to wield it in service of a cause far greater than himself. This concert, and the resulting memorial, stand as enduring symbols of Elvis's commitment to his country, further cementing his place not only as a music legend, but also as a figure of national significance, whose legacy continues to resonate far beyond the world of music. As we wrap up this incredible story, it's impossible not to be struck by the profound impact of Elvis Presley's actions in 1961. Through his commitment and generosity, Elvis played a pivotal role in ensuring that the USS Arizona Memorial became a reality, preserving the memory of those who gave their lives on that tragic day in Pearl Harbor. His contribution is a powerful reminder that even one person can make a significant difference in the course of history, using their influence to honor the past and shape the future. If you ever have the chance, visiting the USS Arizona Memorial in Hawaii is not just a journey into history, but a chance to stand in a place where the echoes of bravery and sacrifice still resonate deeply. As you reflect on Elvis's legacy and the incredible story we've shared today, remember that history is filled with stories of individuals who, like Elvis, used their talents and resources to leave a lasting impact. If you found this story as inspiring as we did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories from history that continue to shape our world.